Hi guys, Techie Papa here. We have a customer's laptop in today, and the issue they're reporting is it will not power on. The one note, he did say he replaced the battery and the charger. He's still having issues. The one other note he gave me was this charger is, you can see how loose it is. The port itself on the laptop might be bad because there's a whole lot of play in this charging cable, and sometimes that will cause it not to make a good enough connection to charge the laptop up. So I've kind of tinkered with it a little bit just to see if I could get it to power on, and kind of holding this one side or the other, seeing if it was getting any voltage. And I wasn't able to get anything to show up that way. So I think the next thing we'll do is just go ahead and start taking this apart and looking it over to see if we notice anything, um, or if maybe that power port's the way to go. All right, so one of the first things I'm going to do is verify that the charger they brought me is working. It is an aftermarket charger. I don't think there's anything wrong with that as long as it's given the right current and voltage. So let's plug this in. And to test this, I'm just going to put I have it in voltage mode on my multimeter. And we got to get all these lines untangled. All right, so I'm going to try to get this red to go on the inside here. That's going to be the problem, is my multimeter. And then the outside. All right, so there we go. We've got 19 volts, which is what it's supposed to be outputting. So the charger's fine. Since we just verified the power adapter is working fine, I think we're ready to go ahead and open this up and start taking a look on the inside, see if we can find any issues there. The customer might be right. It might end up being this power port issue because it's so loose. I did let them know. So they were worried about some files on their hard drive. So one of the first things I'm going to do as well is pull the hard drive out, hook it up to my PC and pull the files off of there, just to reassure them that we're not going to lose those files from this repair. All right. See if I can find a point to start prying. I'm just softly lifting up on this while I use my pry tool to go around and find those little clips. That way I hopefully won't break any. And it came off pretty easy once I got about halfway through there. The back ones are always a little bit harder to get off. There it goes. Okay. It has a NVMe hard drive, so I'll be able to pull that out to get their data off. And I do see the power port over here. I'm going to go ahead and hook that battery. Even though it's not powering on, I know the battery's probably dead. I don't want to take any chances. All right, so the battery's disconnected. We've got only one slot for RAM on this one. It has an 8 gig stick in there. I don't notice anything on the board. We might do a better analysis under the digital microscope in a few minutes here. I'm going to just do a little prodding around and see if I find any shorts or anything. Might have found a short. Although it's surprising because it's just one of these capacitors. Oh, the one next to it too. No, the one next to it's fine. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull the customer's hard drive and do those backups that I talked about. And I'm going to get this set up where we can look at this under the microscope. Okay, so I have the digital camera set up. I don't have the motherboard pulled out of the laptop just yet. Let's kind of look the motherboard over with the digital microscope and just see if we notice anything. I did get the files pulled off for the customer, so that was no issues. We're right on the edge over here. This is the wireless card. Then if we come up here a little bit, this is where the heat pipe is for the graphics and the CPU. Just kind of looking everything over to see if we see any scorch marks or water damage or any clues as to why this might not be coming on besides the power supply issue. You can see over here is a couple of the chips for the power rail. Now we're getting close over here to the power button and some of the other pieces. Now when I was testing, a couple of these capacitors look like they were shorted. So that would be an additional issue besides the power for sure. But I'm not positive yet. That wasn't one of them. Which one was it? I'm going to have to take this board out anyways when I do the port replacement in a couple days when that part comes in. So I think I'm going to go ahead and disassemble this and take the board all the way out. Alright, let's see if I can find all the screws. I'll make sure I pull out the ribbon cables carefully. I might, for fun, do some minor voltage injection to see if anything's getting hot. Maybe those same chips at the beginning will be heating up and showing issues. But other than that, I might wait for the new power port to come in on this one, because I don't see any physical damage on the board, and I'm not positive that these capacitors at the top up here aren't just very low, have such low readings that it's causing it to look shorted. I don't see anything heating up, so we might not have any shorts on this board. I think the next move is just to wait for that port to come in. So I will see you guys in a few days. Okay, so just a follow-up on the ASUS VivoBook that we've been working on. We weren't able to fix the motherboard. We did make the fix to the power port. Unfortunately, that didn't fix the charging issues, so I believe the EC chip or one of the chips that supply power and the charging controls must have been messed up. I did check around the board. I didn't find any shorts or anything, so the EC chip or the power charging chip that's right there next to it, one of those was the culprit more than likely. There wasn't any easy way to get replacements in for those, nor do I have a programmer to program those if needed, so I had to offer a motherboard replacement for the customer on this one. I don't have a big supply of extra parts to test and stuff like that. I think as I start doing more repairs and I get more parts built up from ones that weren't repairable, that's going to help me in the long run to be able to make these repairs easier. Just wanted to mention that. We do have the computer working for the customer now, so that's the good news, and they'll be picking this one up shortly. So I'll talk to you guys next time. This is Techie Papa.